Welcome to another adventure to the top. We're starting by crossing a rickety old bridge that in recent times has been the subject of much controversy. As you can see, it's fully intact and stable, and when crossed correctly, it is nothing more than a small gatekeeper protecting access to the beautiful glacier above. Our trip here took place just a week before this bridge was called into question, the day after an incredible rainstorm washed out much of the trail above. At the time, we gave little to no consideration of the bridge. We had our hands full with the new washouts from the storm. We spent a considerable amount of time stacking rocks so that we wouldn't slide off the edge of this washout and leave it better for those who tried to ascend behind us. This is the least I feel we could do in order to honor this beautiful location. You see, when you come to a very special place like this, especially when you're filming or telling a story, you have to balance the adventure with the sentiment. Because there will be people coming behind you. They will have to cross that bridge. They will have to cross that washout. And on one hand, you may show them the way. You may show them the way so they know how to get there. And there are people who will dislike that. But on the other hand, you will show them the way so that their behavior will model the things that keep these places open for years to come. These locations have been covered in snow for hundreds if not thousands of years. And only recently has the snow pulled back to allow us to access them. And so now it's our generation's responsibility to make sure we are not the ones who have burned bridges.
What's up guys, my name's Kyle. This is my Jeep Gladiator Alucab. I'm here with Gord from City Escape Adventures on the binos. We got Zoe, the trusty Mastiff, and Ken's right over here. Today, we're in the big mountains again. As you can see up here, we're scoping out this amazing waterfall that we just drove past. We're heading towards these mountains up here, and our goal is to get up to a glacier. This is one of the higher mountains that you can get to in BC, and our goal is to get all the way up towards the glacier, and it should be a beautiful and scenic rally today. So come along with us and let's get to the top.
So we headed out. Ken had been here before, but it was Gord and I's first time. We were excited to see what this valley had to hold, and we knew at the top there was a beautiful glacier, but it wouldn't come easy. It never does.
So that guy that just came through said that there's some pretty bad washouts that we're gonna have to negotiate on the way to the top. He said he didn't make it through them.
Well, we're more than capable, we're built, and we're ready.
Yeah, never trust a Toyota, right?
It just happened if it did, because guys from Vernon and Kelowna were just up here.
It was hard for me to say because I'd never been up this trail before. What I do know is at our campsite the night before, and frankly, the night before and the night after, there were torrential hailstorms. I'm not sure what the weather system was that was pushing through this area.
Wow, just wow. That is a huge and amazing looking glacier. That's where we're going, somewhere up there.
But a little rain and some difficult terrain, not gonna stop us. So we kept on going. We knew that when we found the washouts, we'd negotiate them like we always do. We'd take a look at the best line, minimize damage, tread lightly, and try to get through in one piece. That's what we're used to. That's what it's like here in British Columbia. When you're climbing big mountains, you want to make sure you do it right.
But what?
Pretty sick views,
Oh,
we
I've been
say.
waiting 3 years, dude. I'm so excited.
3 years.
We only did one. This was the one that I wanted to do.
I've been skunked on this maybe 2 years in a row. 3 is a long time.
Yeah, glad to do it with you guys too.
Look at that. Holy.
Yeah, this and my.
The scale of this is just incredible.
There's still a place in Moab.
It's one of the last remaining glaciers in this part of BC that you can get pretty close to. Not exactly sure where the trail goes, but kind of heads up this other valley, and I think there's a cabin, but just beautiful. We've all been waiting for a few years to get up here. It's really difficult the last few years with the forest fires and stuff, but we almost didn't come this year because of the forest fires, and they are kind of all around, but man, we've lucked out with this weather window. It rained a little bit to get the fires out and the smoke out, and we're just getting beauty days. All right, well, let's see where else this trail takes us. We still got quite a ways to go.
Man, this glacier is amazing.
What? 3 years in the making, man.
After 3 years waiting for Gord and 2 years waiting for me, the anticipation here was real. Most people would get antsy and rip up the trail, doing everything they can to get there first. But for us, we were happy to just take it in. Even at lower elevations, the views were stunning. And the closer we got to the glacier, the more beautiful it got. There's nothing I appreciate more than being able to take you to these places. I may even enjoy it more than going myself. Creating these stories and explaining to you the experience I had in the moment, the ability to relive this time and time again, makes these places even more surreal to me. And I see no reason why the stories have to be more complicated, convoluted, or dramatic than that. It should be good enough to have some amazing views, beautiful music, and stories with good friends. For me, these stories are a memorial to honor the locations and leave something for my son to remember me by with his son. I hope some of this content will leave him with wisdom that helps him to become a responsible recreationalist. And if a few other people along the way agree with me, that's good too. But I'm not making this content for views. I will never burn those bridges.
I think this is the bridge coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably worth taking a look at first, eh?
Yeah, just pick a line and...
You want me to just gun it?
Want me to go? I'll go. No, you can get up, pick a line if you want. Take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it first.
All right, well, we're at the infamous bridge. Got to pick a line and Find our way through this, I think, eh? Think hard right?
Is that one right there?
I'd feel more comfortable with a spot. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's okay. I just would rather have somebody spot. You think?
Hey, this way. You pushed the wall.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So now we got to get up over this like valley thing here into the, and then we'll see the glacier again, I guess.
Yeah, climb the ridge. I can't see that washout probably being washed out more than normal because of the rain last night when we're looking at that waterfall to the left and violent water coming down.
This might be where that washout is.
It sure was. And oh boy, did things get interesting. We met another rig just after the washout. They told us they had camped at the cabin the night before. What they told us was that washout was new from the storm the night before, and that had taken them by surprise. But that didn't really matter. I was out front, so I was up first across. In retrospect, I probably could have picked a better line. But with the long wheelbase and heavy alucab, I had to be very careful with this off-camber descent. Or I would slide off. Luckily, Gord was there, as he always is, to spot me. And with the sway bars disconnected, I was able to overcome the side hill. Now it was Gord's turn. And boy, did he make it look easy. Ken followed shortly thereafter. I'm sometimes so amazed by these guys. This was literally one of the scariest washouts I've ever crossed.
You're good. You're good.
See the fucking back wheel started sliding like this did. Yeah. So I said, oh, the rock helped you. So if we dig out when we come back, we just level that off a bit. That's the only issue. Problem spot is that one spot.
I think, yeah, in retrospect, do like second gear just for that little bit of extra
Yeah,
speed at the end.
I just did one, but
Yeah.
I was also using off-road plus, so you get a little bit better throttle response. And I was driving with 2 feet.
I was driving 2 feet there.
Yeah, that's why I was so smooth through it.
When I was in M1, it was not smooth. I was brake driving.
Yeah, well, you get that.
Yeah, as soon as you get jerky on rock, yeah, it gets really nerve-wracking. Good job, boys.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys, that was pretty sketchy.
That's advanced driving there, for sure.
More like advanced spotting and noob driving is what it felt like to me.
You did good, bud. You stayed calm. That's it. You did really well, buddy. Really calm.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Welcome, son.
With that obstacle out of the way, a sense of relief washed over me. It was quite stressful. Mostly because of the line I chose, but also because of the freshness of the washout and how loose the rock felt underneath. We crossed a couple more small washouts on the way up to the shelf road as well, but nothing of the same scale or camber. And then we saw it. The glacier. Up close and personal. All of that stress and anxiety from the washout started to melt away as we entered the true alpine with the glacier looming above us. This is one of the most beautiful spots I've been this year. But we had one more obstacle to cross. This river, flowing heavier than it normally would due to the storm the night before, was all that set between us and the alpine cabin. So we sank our tires into the murky brown water, one at a time, and got ourselves across. There's no way we were turning back now. Bridge or no bridge, we were getting to the top. Just like we always do. We do it as a team, and we all go up together. There are no burned bridges here.
This cabin is looking pretty cool right around the corner here from us.
Holy cow. There's no words to describe how big this is. Let's go check out this cabin. Super cool. Cool.
Yeah, nice one.
Beauty.
Some bunks in here.
Bunk beds. Yeah, worst case that stove or that thunderstorm comes in here, we'll just have to hunker down in here with the 3 pieces of wood that's left.
Hey, we got Jenga.
Oh yeah, we can play Jenga and wait it out. Dude, that washout's gnarly.
Yeah, it's all We worked to get here. This wasn't just an easy walk up.
Sure wasn't.
We deserve to be here.
Well, this is one of the coolest alpine cabins I've been to. It's in really good shape too. A little bit of water damage on the ceiling, but aside from that, all the cedar planks look like they're in great shape.
I imagine the ski club's gonna fix that road.
Yeah, I know. We helped them out a little bit by stacking rocks.
Yeah.
How disappointing would that have been if we had not gotten up here because of that washout?
Stacking rocks.
Stacking rocks, we moved them all.
What an amazing place. As we left the cabin and hopped back in our trucks, I realized it was the final push. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the views. This one's very special. As we finally rolled up and set eyes directly on the glacier, I almost couldn't believe what I was seeing. This earth was covered by a glacial snowfall not long ago, and we were one of the fortunate ones to be able to see what has been revealed since the glacier has receded.
Well, boys, we made it to the end of the line, and there's a big glacier in front of me.
Absolutely stunning, eh?
There's even a little cave over there.
Over thousands of years, the snow has carved its story into these rocks. And that's why when I tell stories about the places I go, I do so with full awareness. These stories last much longer than anyone would ever think. In the grand scheme of things, they could last forever. And this is why it's important that we put thought and consideration into what bridges we burn. Because years from now, somebody may look at that and wonder, who was that person? Why did they do that? Is that what is expected of me as well? It's important we protect these places and allow nature to reveal the story for us. We are not the storytellers. We are just the ones who experience it. And if we want the stories that are told for years to live on beyond us and set a good impression, then we must allow nature to reveal itself, and if it does, the story will be told. But it's not just our story. It's also the story of everyone who came before us.
Well, we made it to the glacier.
Woo! Gotta find some ice.
Glacier. Woo!
Look how blue it is underneath there. If that sun was shining, it's fucking.
I heard that's got anti-aging serum in it.
If it does, I'm going back to 12 years old. I'll finally match my age, my maturity.
Not bad, not bad.
Not your rum?
Eat some whiskey.
Whiskey or rum? Wow. I'd like to say it's delicious, it just tastes like water.
But it's frozen water. All right, guys, well, that brings us to the end of the video. You know the rules. We made it to the top. We've got this amazing glacier up here that we hiked up to. Gordy ate a chunk of ice off the glacier. And it's been an incredible day. We still got to get down through those washouts and the weather's blowing back in on us, so we're gonna hightail it out of here. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and go follow over on Instagram. While you're at it, make sure you check out Gord from City Escape Adventures, right over here, and Ken_A on Instagram. These guys are ride or die. So, you know the rules. It's been a good trip. We'll see you at the top.